Two beginners study the same topic. One follows a guided room, understands the steps, and finishes. The other opens an unfamiliar machine, gets stuck for 3 hours, and decides cybersecurity is not for them. The second learner may not need more talent. They may need a different amount of structure. So which platform should a beginner choose? Here is the short answer. If you are starting from zero, TryHackMe is usually the smoother first choice because its beginner paths emphasize guided progression. Hack the Box Academy also teaches beginners, often in greater depth, while the main Hack the Box labs reward more independent problem solving. The best plan is not permanent loyalty. It is a sequence. Before comparing platforms, separate Hack the Box Academy from Hack the Box Labs. Academy organizes modules into skill paths and job role paths. The main labs are a training environment with machines and challenges. Starting Point provides a guided bridge. Saying Hack the Box is only for experts misses Academy. Saying every Hack the Box experience is beginner-friendly misses the difference between learning and testing yourself. Think of guided training as driving school. The instructor explains the controls and prompts the next turn. Open-ended labs are the closed practice track. You decide what to inspect and recover from wrong turns. Both matter. If you enter the track before learning the controls, frustration teaches very little. If you never leave instruction, you may confuse recognition with independent skill. Our demonstration follows Maya, a fictional learner with basic computer skills, no Linux command line confidence, and 6 hours per week. Her goal is a junior SOC foundation, not a leaderboard rank. This is a diagram-led simulation using invented progress data. No real platform account, credentials, targets, or challenge solutions appear on screen. In the simulated first week, Maya chooses a beginner learning path on TryHackMe. The next lesson is obvious, unfamiliar terms are introduced before the activity, and hints help when she stalls. She completes 3 sessions and can explain basic networking, Linux navigation, and the difference between offensive and defensive roles. The advantage is not that every lesson is easy. It is that the sequence is visible. In week 2, Maya tries an introductory HTB Academy module. It is structured, not a blind box. The explanations are detailed and the exercises reinforce each section. She learns more depth per topic, but completes less material in the same time. That is not failure. Completion count is a poor comparison when the density is different. Her question is whether she can retain and apply the concepts. Platform metrics are designed differently. A streak, rank, point total, module, and completed room do not measure the same thing. Maya uses one neutral scorecard. Can she explain the concept, repeat the workflow without copying, document what failed, and identify the next step? This keeps the comparison focused on learning instead of gamification. Here is the mistake. Maya jumps into an open-ended machine because it looks more realistic. Without a repeatable enumeration plan, she tries random commands, reads unrelated hints, and copies a solution she cannot explain. The consequence is 3 busy hours with weak retention. Difficulty did not create the lesson by itself. Productive struggle needs enough foundation to form useful hypotheses. Maya returns to guided material and creates a small readiness gate. She can explain basic networking, navigate Linux, use a simple enumeration checklist, interpret common output, keep notes, and describe why a technique is authorized in the lab. Then she tries a guided starting point machine. This time she predicts the next step before revealing it and records every wrong assumption. Choose by goal. Absolute beginners usually benefit from the most guided foundation path. Learners who want detailed role-based study should compare the current TryHackMe paths with HTB Academy's current job role paths. Learners testing offensive methodology may value HTB Labs after they have foundations. Defensive learners should compare SOC-oriented content instead of assuming both platforms are only about penetration testing. Pricing changes, regional taxes differ, and the products use different access models. TryHackMe offers free and premium access. HTB separates Academy learning from other lab subscriptions and uses its own module access model. Check the official pricing pages immediately before buying. More important, estimate the total path you intend to complete and the study time you can sustain. An unused annual plan is not a bargain. Use a 14-day test. Spend 3 comparable sessions on free introductory TryHackMe content and 3 on free HTB Academy or Starting Point content. Choose similar fundamentals, not an easy lesson on one platform and a hard challenge on the other. After each session, score setup friction, clarity, next day recall, independent repetition, and motivation. The winner is the platform you will consistently use and learn from. At the end of the simulation, Maya writes one sanitized portfolio note. It explains a networking concept in her own words, shows a simple workflow diagram, records one wrong assumption, and describes the correction. It includes no flags, credentials, target details, copied walkthroughs, or challenge spoilers. That artifact proves more than a screenshot of points because it shows how she thinks. The final recommendation is simple. If you have zero cybersecurity experience, start with TryHackMe's current beginner path. If you already know basic networking and Linux, compare it directly with HTB Academy's introductory and job role content. Move into less guided hack-the-box practice when you can form and test your own hypotheses. Pick the next useful environment, not a permanent team. Find the complete decision worksheet at CipherVibe.com.